Have you ever not built a bank playing as the Dutch? You always see it when you go from age 1 to age 2. You see that macro, the first bank going down. But we're not going to be seeing this in this matchup here between Harrison and Mr. Merlin. I've got a confession to make. I had no idea that there was this no bank challenge in place when I first cast this game. So it only occurred to me 2 or 3 minutes into the game. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. Let me know down in the comments below, of course, what you think about it. And of course, if you do find this entertaining, enjoyable, all that good sort of stuff, please feel free to drop a like and I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. All right, Past Widgie, take it away. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game. This is going to be the final one of today, and then I'm going to be getting into some 1v1 ranked ladder for a little bit, playing as the Aztecs. But in this matchup here, we have two very close friends of mine, also known as the Boys. And we can see here on the bottom right part of the map, we have Merlin playing as Swedes, as he always does till the day he dies. And Harrison, of course, himself, playing as the Dutch until the day he dies. So at the top left part of the map in the pink here. So this is going to be an interesting one. Apparently, Harrison's saying this is actually a good game. So I'll be very interested to see how this one happens. Normally, looking at this, Dutch probably slightly favored because Dutch can make skirms in H2. And Swedes primarily, like their main composition is Carolians, which are heavy infantry. And skirms counter heavy infantry. So this matchup, on just the look of it, you would think that Dutch are quite favored here, but we do see... Oh, no.
Commando?
Oh, no, it's the 4 envoys. Is he doing... He's doing this again. Is this the no bank challenge?
Yeah.
I don't know what the challenge is, but we got them again. It's like a bad dream. The game between Harrison and Kaleli did exactly the same, and the GG was thrown up at 2 minutes 22. So let's see how this one goes. 4 envoys on the way. And if we look at Merlin's vision here, he has no idea what's coming into his base right now. Has he got anything to deal with this? The 4 envoys are here. And he's got one Vil out on the back there that he's going to be able to get. He's spotted it. And that Vil is just going to be walking off. And Merlin already having to get under his TC here. There are some shots, but unfortunately the TC is actually focusing Jacob Plockoy here, the Explorer, which is not ideal. You want to be focusing one of the envoys if you can. And now it is focusing that. And the Vils here just going to be shuffling in and out here, trying to delay as much as he can. And Merlin can't really do anything. It's age 1. There's nothing that you can do apart from a CM pop, but I don't know if he has what he has for it. So I think he's just going to continue to have some... He needs some Vils in the TC for TC fire. So he needs that, otherwise he's not going to be able to deal with this. And the envoy is just going to keep punching, being annoying. And what a strategy. I don't know if this is actually viable in proper games. Probably not. But we do see it here from Harrison. He is going to be now getting the blunderbuss, which is going to increase the hand attack damage from 5 to 8. I think he's a little bit slow on that this time. He got that a lot quicker before. And once again, just being a real nuisance. He has managed to pop the militia, though. And that is the end of the envoy raid. That's it. It's over. The militiamen have been called. Merlin being managed to deal with the lame opening there from Harrison. Fantastic. And he's just going to be walking his militiamen all the way after the envoys now. He is proper mad about that, and he's going to be trying to shut that down. And it leaves now Merlin the opportunity to get his macro back into check. He's got his second card, sorry. He already went for the 3 settlers, and looks like he's going to be sticking with that. They could have all died, to be honest. Yeah, he didn't snare them. Yeah, if he snared them with the hero, he could have done something about it. But Harrison looking pretty good here, actually, because Harrison, after doing all of that, is now on the age up, and Merlin is a little bit behind now. Harrison already ahead, doing a great job of keeping up with the APM, and he's going with the logistician. So does this mean... I'm a little bit confused about logistician with Dutch. I never really see that. So is that an age 2 kind of play, the logistician? Is it still... Someone's going to have to let me know in chat. It's a new one for me. but we do see it. And the envoys are back. They're like a bad dream. Coming back again to, it's the Halbrush. All right, okay. He does actually have the military reforms, which is, when you see that in a... Yes, it is the 1v1 no bank. So this is the no bank challenge. Wow. Okay, so this is the actual challenge. I didn't even know that. But we do now know. That's why we don't see anything in transition. We don't see any wood being chopped like we normally do. Instead, we are seeing some logi play here. And the military reforms is going to help the Halberdiers. What is he going to go for first? Is it going to be 4 Vils? And the envoy still being a real nuisance. And they're just sat here. And they've got 8 hand attack damage. And they've got the extra HP because of the 2 upgrades you can get from the market. So if you guys didn't know, those upgrades don't just apply to Vils. They apply to the envoys as well. So they can actually be quite a decent unit, especially for their cost. 50 food. I mean, they're better than a pike unit from Mexico, right? And they cost even more than that. So, wow. We do now see a forward barracks going down for Harrison. He is 100% in it for age 2. And 8 pickies on the way. And we can see the Halberdiers march significantly more quickly, but do less damage against infantry. Is he going to be going for that? He is actually going to be opened up with skirms. This is the great thing about Dutch versus Swedes, is that they can get skirms in age 2. And that's going to be tricky for Merlin to try and deal with. But he is going to be instead going for a stable opening. That's probably the better thing to do. But Dutch can also make Halberdiers in H2 as well. So a skirm-halb combination can definitely be something that's really tricky for Merlin to try and counter. Because even if he goes for the Hussar opening, he's still going to be in a tricky position. He does go for the Dominions card. He's got 4 Torque Wagons in straight away, and he's going for the 700 food behind. I think the best bet is to go some leathers. I think going leathers and cav might be an option. Yeah, leathers and cav, I think. Or maybe just leathers Carolians, right? A lot of leather cannons are going to be needed. He's got a few idle Vils standing here, and looks like there is going to be descending upon his base. We have pikes, skirms, and the envoys coming in again. And they're going to be coming in, and 1 Vil unfortunately goes down. Halbs are on the way now as well. 4 Hussars coming out for Merlin here. What is he going to be able to do? This is the no bank challenge from Harrison. He still seems to be doing okay. He's got 0 wood. He's not collecting anything for wood right now. The Halberdiers cost food and gold, a considerable amount of gold. But Dutch do have the extra gold gather rate speed for their villagers. So that's also a benefit for him as well. And he's going to be able to get further batch out. And he's just going to be trying to nail those Hussars if he can. But I think the next best thing, yeah, is definitely to get that stables down. And he's just going to try and zone off the Hussars here. You can see what he's doing. A great job. He's just used a couple of troops to zone off the Hussars so that he can make sure that he actually gets the siege down. And Harrison now going for 4 settlers, feeling pretty comfortable. Going to be improving on his eco. And this is insane. The no bank challenge. We do now see the 2 leathers. This is exactly what Merlin needs right now. But remember, Halberdiers could just basically walk in. And unfortunately, the Halberdiers being in a perfect position, both leather cannons are going to be going down. He hasn't really got the Vil space to grab the wood. He's managed to get it, though. But the Halberdiers are still going to be annoying. Stables goes down. Hussars are going to be cleaned up on the left side here. And more Vils going down. 2, 3 Vils going down. Only 13... Only 12 left, and this is not looking very good now for Merlin. There's a big score difference, and Harrison is continuing to create Halberdiers, and a second barracks, or the first barracks, sorry, of the game is going down now for Merlin. He's probably going to be deciding to switch to the Carolians, but he's in a tricky position right now. But I must say, there is a bit of an elo gap between these 2 players. It's not significant, but there's about a 200 elo gap. So you must bear that in mind. Harrison being the higher player out of the 2. So must bear that in mind when we are watching this game. But it is an interesting challenge at that. Like the no bank is kind of the handicap here, you could say, for Harrison. And Harrison now going for further 600 coin. He's getting more envoys from the TC, and he's just going to be sieging Merlin's TC right here. And I don't think there's anything that he can do. We do now see 5 Corollians coming out, and he's got further on the way. He's getting the Engelsberg Ironworks, which is going to basically double the coin that you get from your Torps. And now Merlin is going to be trying to do what he can. He's going to be able to take down the Explorer there. He needs to be careful. He does not want to get snared. You know, he has the skirmishers here now, which is really nice. And he's pretty comfortable that he can just siege this. He's got the skirms on the back line here to deal with the Corollians. Further 5 are coming in now, though. He's still got the envoys doing their little jog, as they do. And he's going to be running in here, and the Halb's just going to be met with them. Halbs with 28 hand attack, only versing the 20 of the Corollians. The Halberdiers are going to be fine here. This is something you probably don't want to do, but I think it's the only thing that Merlin can do. And there it is. The GG. Wow. The no bank challenge. It's a fun challenge. I think it's still pretty strong. Like, even without the bank, like I think like Dutch Age 2 play is grossly underestimated. That's more gross than the Spain Revolt. Wow. Yeah, I think honestly, like Dutch Age 2, really underrated. Yeah, and Harrison, no banks. The no bank challenge. And it's true, there's no banks. I'm looking on the map. I can't see anything. No ninja banks being built anywhere that I can see. Fantastic game. Very interesting. Going for like a pike opening, double racks. And yeah, kind of crazy. Schneidly saying, would you 1v1s now? Yes, I'll do a few 1v1s. Yeah, let's do it.